Nerds, let's go. Let's go. Yes, let's get into it here, my kitty. Sorry, I didn't mean to terminate the music there, but we've gotta, because the rest of the stream won't be allowed to be monetized, if that's even possible for us to do. What's up, nerds? Gozmaster here with another Magic the Gathering puzzle quest today. Yes, I'm spoiling us with streams today, somebody said. I think it was my main man, Maynard T. Loop. Is that correct? It was indeed. What's up, Maynard? It's good to see you, brother. Appreciate you guys being here. This one is, I'm not going to go out and push this everywhere. This is just strictly to the Discord folks and anybody that's subscribed or subscribed to the channel. This one's for you guys. I'm gonna do a little live gameplay. I think I found the card of the set that I'm just absolutely loving right now. I am a benevolent Gaz. Yes, let it be known that Gaz is in fact benevolent. I didn't realize you could have paradigms of each color triggering. Yes. Interesting. How y'all doing today? Says Kilroy, play fuel. Give me fuel. Give me fire. I did that for Chandra Flame. I think it was because she had fuel. I think was her fire. Give me fire was what one of her things. And I did that back in the day. I have to break those out all into little snippets and clips because I work hard to record those stupid things and they're not good, but I want them to be seen, right? Hopefully. So I'm interested to know if your love of music came from your dad. It's a great taste of music similar to mine. It was raised with that from my old man. My father, to catch everybody up that might be on this new stream, my father just passed away. He passed away on Friday. I am, coping and doing all that I can. I love my dad. My dad was a very pivotal person. A couple of fun facts about my dad. He was known as Go-Go Gomez. He was born in Texas to a family that was this side of the states when it was still Mexico, and then when the Spanish Mexican War happened and America bought that area in Texas, my family was on this side of the line. So, or at least these grandparents were. And long story short, my dad was the oldest of 7 siblings. He was born in near the border, Laredo, and then they moved from Texas to the Arizona area, the Buckeye area. If you guys don't know where things are, Phoenix is hot, but it was all farmlands back then, and he came in, and my grandparents came into migrant work with him. And long story, medium-sized. He worked the fields. They lived in migrant camps, and they wound up working, tending the fields and irrigating and doing all the stuff that Hispanics are known to do at that time and still do, really. You enjoy food on your table, my friends. Thank a Mexican, because that's the person that did the work. He was out in the fields working with my grandparents until a truancy officer at the age of 9 said, no, you can't have this man out in the fields. He needs to come into school along with his younger brother who was 5. He actually started school when he was 9. So he was forced to start school at a very older age. But my dad turned out to be pretty freaking brilliant and excelled at school. My uncle, who I talked to gathering these stories, wound up telling me that he says he was the smartest man he'd ever met in his entire life. And my uncle is a smart man himself. He works in the Air Force in intelligence and was in communications, and he actually worked with intelligence, the secret guys, the behind the curtains people who are some of the best in the world. And they said my dad, those guys never held a candle to my dad and how smart he was. He was also very physically capable. He caught up quickly in class. He got up to his proper grade level for his age, and wound up excelling at all sports, everything known to man in that area. A little tiny school called Palo Verde, and he wound up just holding every record. He had the 220 or the 200 meter, I think is what it was called, record for over 10 years from the school. He played every sport possible, and that's why they called him Go-Go, because not only did he go out there and do that stuff and achieve some of the best in the state, he also academically excelled and was one of the smartest kids in the school for a small school, but then when he went to a larger school, excelled there and outpaced everybody else as well. Here's the kicker. Everybody talks good things about their dads. He also, 2 things that I didn't know that I wound up finding out. He actually won a marble championship. He won state marble championship. I have the certificate and everything. He was a badass when it came to just about anything. Anything he could go do, he would put his mind to and go do, and he achieved. And he was always the top at everything. Everybody chased him and called him, and referred to him with honor and vigor. Here's the other thing though. he was still a Mexican kid that needed to work. So every day after school, he would go to practice until 6. My Uncle Juan would go and then work for till 6, come back and pick up my dad. Then they would go back into the fields. And they worked overnight from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. And they took 2-hour shifts, sleeping a night. My dad slept 2 hours a night and then worked the fields the rest of the time while they actually still went to school, still excelled at all the sports, and still did all this other stuff. So I always tell our kids, I didn't know this about my dad, but I always tell our kids, you think you got it tough, let me tell you how I was raised and what was expected of me. And then I say to them, if you think I had it tough, this is what your grandparents had to go through and what their grandparents had to go through. And you tell some pretty horrible, horrid, difficult stories of what our grandparents and parents had to go through. They did the best they could. So I always tell my kids, you don't have an opportunity for success in life. You have an obligation. They didn't go and suffer and struggle the way they did just so you can sit and play video games on your butt. Leisure, do the things. I don't have a problem with that. Obviously, I play a lot of games. But at the same time, you have to work just as hard to go get that done. So it's a little bit about my dad. I'll tell you some more funny stories as we go along, some good stuff as we go. But furthermore, without further ado, I want to talk about some cards here. So let's read through some of these things. Thank you. I appreciate the condolences, guys. I know that I might be, I don't know, coming off as like kind of flippant on the whole thing. This has been 4 months coming. He took a spill as older folks do. The number one cause of death for older folks is falls, man. It's crazy. So we saw him on Christmas, and immediately I said to my stepmother, who was basically taking care of him at that point, he needs a wheelchair. He's terco. If you're Mexican, you know what that means. He's a proudful man. Not gonna do it. Sure enough, he took a step off the backyard when nobody was available for him, off of the back porch, and fell flat, ruptured his spine, was paralyzed from that point forward, and started a 4-month process of him just trying to battle back. And every time, I'll tell you some of the battling stories, but every time they were writing him off and ready to put him in full hospice, he would bounce back. And we, for a while there, we thought he may actually get out of this. Still pretty beat up, but we thought he might come home. Didn't happen. So today is for my dad. So I appreciate you guys being here. I'm just going to have fun, play games, tell you about the cards and the walkers I think are here, and we'll spend some time together. So appreciate you. All right, let's read through this. Didn't realize you could have paradigm for each color trigger. Yeah, absolutely. How y'all doing today? Awesome. Play Fuel. Seeing that cause. Appreciate that, Kilroy. So I'm interested to know your love of music came from my dad. So back to that point, you asked that question. I wanted to answer it. My dad was a hi-fi music lover. He loved Elvis. He was born in 1950, so he loved all that old school stuff. Elvis and the Beatles. It was really what he introduced me to. And the White Album. We had that and listened to that. And that's when I really got to hear in big old stereo headphones what music actually sounded like, panning and all of the different stuff that came along with that. He was the first guy to own one of those CD player sets. We'd never seen this before, but he had one of the first CD players ever, and the crystal quality of this. And this is in, I want to say, the late 80s. Man, I mean, I honestly think it was about then. I was in high school, so it was before 90 when I started high school. So yeah, I mean, loved it, and I still had the speakers up until just a few years ago. That was Sony sound system was unlike anything else. There was nothing else I'd had since then that sounded even remotely as close as that did. It was phenomenal. So yeah, my love of music comes from that. My love of metal didn't come from him specifically. I think I just watched the Michael Jackson movie, and Michael Jackson was probably the first person that introduced me to metal. I loved Thriller. Thriller was I don't know what it was about the darkness of that drew me to it, but man, did I love that. That was just, wow, what is this? And Eddie Van Halen was on that, and we'll talk about how Pee Wee Herman introduced me to my next favorite thing. All right, so condolences. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Celebrating life, absolutely. I am benevolent. Krulax, I reinstalled because you asked. There you go. Look at you. I knew we'd get you back, my man. Set no street. That's awesome. Work hard, play harder. Absolutely. Thanks for sharing. My pleasure, man. Let me get this off of here. I've heard that word thrown in a few times from my parents. Yeah. Sounds awesome. He was pretty incredible. And he was humble. He never bragged. He was just, he bragged jokingly, but we're like, whatever, Dad. You're a little short Mexican, guy. Wait till I'll tell you the story of the women the women he married. My goodness, my mom being one of them. Oh my goodness. Me and my father aren't very close, so I'm glad that you and your father had worthy of being called dad. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. I appreciate that. That's there's a movie called Smoke Signals. You want a powerful movie? It's funny, hilarious, it's very good, well done. The ending of that movie is the question asked is how do you forgive our fathers? Man, that's a that's a hard one. That's a hard one. So I know exactly what you're doing, bud. I know what that feels like. Beatles are hard to argue against, man. It's one of the best bands of all time, hands down. As much as I love Slayer and I always scream Slayer, the Beatles were pretty darn exciting. All right. With that said, I want to talk about Emeritus, the Ideation. Is this to size? Let's see. I don't think this is because I want to make sure this is going to fit on screen. So, how do we forgive our fathers? And it's just such a great monologue. You gotta go watch that movie, man. Great movie. It's actually a terrible movie. It's a great movie, but it's got terrible acting in it, and it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect the way it is. It's great. All right, let's see. What do I got here? I gotta adjust this, and let's see. Actually, I just think I just squeeze this down. Yes, yes, I do. Yes, I do. All right, a little bit more. A little more. A little bit more. And that should be good right there. Okay, perfect. All right, let's lock that down so I don't screw that up again. And locked it. All right, cool. Let's pull this up. All right, so Emeritus of Ideation, 25 mana. It's a hefty buddy. Flying. I didn't even realize it had flying. Prepare. Prepare is what it's all about. Ward, 5/5, blue, human wizard. Smoke Signals. Yes, Smoke Signals. Absolutely great movie. Great movie. Great movie. Prepare, Ancestral Recall, War, drain 2 mana from your hand. When this creature enters the battlefield, this creature becomes prepared. When this creature attacks, exile the first 8 cards from your graveyard, then this creature becomes prepared. It is all about the Ancestral Recall, my friends. Ancestral Recall, draw 3 cards. Those cards gain full mana. You can only cast 1 card named Ancestral Recall per turn. That's not true. I don't know if it's a bug or not, but I'm going to show you how we do. All right? Absolutely, man. I tell my kids all the time, it's not, you got to, real men cry, and real men don't cry. There's nothing that defines that. It is what it is. All right. Emeritus, the Ideation. So I did have a chance to play with this a bit while I was eating lunch, and I want to spotlight some of the other cards that are here. Iconcho, Dinosaurian, 10 mana, Vigilance, 2/6, Fox Advisor, white, Replenish. When the second creature attacks, this creature becomes prepared. Replenishes, bring all the enchantments back from the board, or back from the yard onto the board. Echo Casting Symposium. Right now, kids, I'm telling you, this is a chase card. 18 mana, Paradigm. Create a copy of target non-token creature you control in your hand. That card gains full mana, and you get this every single turn. Go get this card. Go chase this card. Absolutely worth having. Restoration Seminar is also another good one. I think this is chase. Return the first non-land creature or support card from your graveyard to the battlefield under your control. Not quite as powerful as the other one, but this one's stupid good. So 20 mana, and it's worth it. Library of Lang. Absolutely, 8 mana. When you discard a card, move that card to the top of your library, then you gain 10 mana. This effect can trigger up to 5 times per turn. Actually, I don't think this card's supposed to be in here, so I might have to take this out. And then the rest of this is Space-Time Anomaly. They came from the pipes, enchantments that do things when they enter the board. Ashling's Prerogative, so you give haste to the creatures. Hard Light Containment to get rid of stuff, and then Rescue Skiff so that it does stuff. You'll see. There's a look at the deck. Click, click. Let's go ahead and use it. I'm using Karn, the Great Creator, with this. I actually built this deck with the Scarecrow guy, the 5-color Walker, just to go see what it would be. I had green, I had black in there, and I whittled it down. This is a red, white, and blue deck, so you can run this in what's the dude's name? You can run it with Guff. You can run it with any red, white, blue Walker you have, or Karn, the Great Creator, which is colorless. So I'm just going to demo it here for you guys, and we will go through that with you guys. All right, let's see what we got here. So first things first, it's pretty simple, guys. You don't need to overthink it. Just get that cast as quickly as you can, man. All right, let's go green into blue. Right. Super underrated card. They came from the pipe. They came from the pipes is a great card. I don't know why I don't see it in more play. It is such a good card, man. And you'll notice a lot of these cards cost 10. Ashling, Jongos, or whatever her name is. I can't pronounce that. Don't ask me to pronounce things today. I ain't even trying, man. Oh, you know what I need to do? Hang on a second. Boop. I need to do not disturb. There we go. Okay. Forgot to do that, so I ain't getting some calls. All right, I got to go through and do some stuff here. What are we going to do? I guess we'll go green. Maybe I get a white drop. There it is. Look at that. Look at you, Gaz. You're doing the thing, Gaz. All right, so you do have to make sure you have enough space in hand. So I've got 2 of these guys already. I'm going to toss one out so I can have enough room to draw the 3 cards. And let's go red, question mark? I'm not up to my first yet, so let's go red. So we do want to cast the card. All right, they came from the pipes we were going to keep because actually I'm going to throw Ashlings out just in case I need to remove something on their side of the board. I'm going to go black into nothing. Next turn, 1 turn away. Big numbers, come on, big numbers. All right, there's Library of Lang. Toss it. We're going to go red, just because I like doing red. Enters the board, triggers the ability, Ancestral Recall. I wish they would have put the image for the Ancestral Recall. They did not. They just had the card. You draw those 3 cards. You cast them. Now, here's the thing. Ashling's Prerogative hits the board. Library of Lang hits the board. Echo casting. I'm going to go ahead and select my guy. It's going to cast. It's going to look like it's going to trigger. You see the light flash? It's going to do the thing again. You're not going to draw the cards. Why? Because we already did the thing. Understood? So that's why. But we had some conversion because of the Library of Lang. Very nice. Fancy. Now here's the deal. Start of the turn. I'm not touching anything. Echo casting paradigm. I'm going to cast my guy. Right? That happens. Oh, I know what other one I'm missing. I need to get one of the other cards in here to do this 2 turns. So this is the wrong deck. I messed up 1 card. I messed up. I will toss you. Tossa. And we will get Ijongo out. I'll pronounce it correctly at some point, I'm sure. Let's do... Actually, am I up to first? I am up to my first. Let's do that. Let's improve my mana bonuses. Library Lang we already got out, so we don't need another one. Let's go... Come on, guys. Pick a number between 1 and 10. Just go. All right. Yeah, it's all just loyalty. I guess we can maybe get into a blue or a white there. Hey, blue, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Doing the thing. All right. Another Emeritus. Doom. 3 cards. Free! They came from the pipes. They came from the pipes again. Restoration Seminar. Another Paradigm card. All right, cool. It's pretty much game. I mean, I get the Fright. Get the Space-Time Anomaly. That happens. Get the Fright. Another Space-Time Anomaly because take 2, they're small, right? And another, they came from the pipes. Fright. Boom. Hardline Container. That hits the board. So if they have something that's there, another Restoration Seminar. Bam. I'm not touching anything. It's just going. I love it. Second creature attacks. Replenish happens. We don't have anything in the yard, but you know what's coming, right? You know what's coming. Oh, Phineas. What are we doing today? I know what we're going to do today, Ferb. Echo casting. What are we doing? Of course, we want 3 cards. How many times do you want cards per turn for free? Yes? That's all you got to do. You can make one of these connecting the dots so that it's bringing stuff from the exile. I started that way. I don't need multiples of these. We're going to do that. I want to cast this so I can get that out. I'm going to go, when I say this, just in case you listen to the audio, Space-Time Anomaly. I want to get cards into the yard. Let's go, I guess we'll go, what do we want, red or blue here? I guess we'll go blue. All right, didn't happen. It's all right. We're going to get 3 cards for free. Both retirement, 1 retirement full not appearing in the search. Yeah, we're full up right now. Sorry. We may have a couple spots being opened up here pretty soon. We had a team that consolidated into us. I'm going to do another one of these, although I'm casting this. Now, note, this is the second time we're casting this. Emeritus of Ideation happens. It triggers. Cast a spell. Nothing happens, right? So, but we do get the conversion. Now we get this. Space-Time Anomaly. Again, hands free. I'm not touching anything. All the stuff's going into the yard. Another hard light comes out. Get out of here, Phineas. Oh, it didn't take Phineas. But the second creature triggers or attacks. Ancestral Recall happens. Replenish happens. Hard like da da da. Now all of the stuff should be coming back from the yard, ashling and everything else now. And now that triggers and that brings stuff. Hi, hi. If you haven't noticed by now, I really enjoy just not touching my phone and just watching it do all kinds of cool stuff. It's hilarious to me. So I'm gonna have a full hand deal here, and I may have to take out in fact I probably will take out the who's he what's it the they came from the pipes because it makes my hand full, and for the beginning of the next turn when I'm triggering my the card where I'm getting the duplicate of the Emeritus, then it's not gonna have any place to go in my hand. So that's a miss setup. I'm gonna have to take it out. I'm still experimenting. I'm still brewing. So this is what I do. I find the core of what I like with is like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. That's neat. Game's over, right? Unless they wipe the board. And even if they wipe the board, I still win. It's not that big a deal. Um, there's restoration, so we're going to bring a creature to the yard. Boom, that triggers. Cast it again, but I can't draw the card, so I wonder if that's going to prohibit me. Echo casting, that's what it is. So I'm actually going to do, well, I'm just going to do that because it doesn't matter. Select, because I'm casting it regardless. No room in hand. So that's why I've got to get rid of that one for, they came from the pipes. However, I'm goofing around now. Just make a swap and win. I love cards like this. This is a Gauze card. This is a card that Gauze has been waiting for a long time, my friends. A very long time. I love this card. I love it. I love it. Discord server, so when a spot opens up, you just shoot me a message. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. I got it, Relax. Yeah. They're not in the server yet. We're all maxed out right now because we had a team that had about 8 people consolidate into us. So I moved everybody from R2 into R1, and then we had 8 people, and then a rando found us inside the group. So I told them today because of the funeral and everything. I was busy this weekend. I wasn't able to get them into the group. So I told them sometime today I would get that done. Most likely I'll probably have to take care of that tomorrow. So I'll make an announcement in both sides. That said, though, I believe we still have one player in R1 that is not playing, didn't play their nodes last week, and I have to go review the tape and see which one didn't perform. And I think it's been a couple weeks. I didn't mean to do that. I think it's been a couple weeks that they haven't been playing, so I'm gonna have to boot them. I'm gonna skip out of this battle because I want to make an adjustment to the deck. Quit. I want to take out they came from the pipes because that is too much. And I got to throw in an assemble the players because I want to demonstrate how to cast 6 cards in one turn from this process. All right. So what I've determined, and this is my theory. I have one thing in here that's theoretically causing this. Assemble. Oh. I guess I can do this. Assemble the players. Where are you at? Oh, there you are. Boom. All right, so that is an enchantment. And I'm so my theory, my concept. Beginning of turn does not count as your main turn, your main phase. So think of it like you have untap phase. You have different phases in paper magic. So you have untap, you have your main phase, you have your combat phase, you have another main phase, and then you have your end step, right? In this, assemble count triggers at the beginning of turn. However, it doesn't, and I don't have a way to get that done here. So doesn't matter. What does this do? I forgot what this does. When this support enters the board, return the first creature or enchantment card from your graveyard to the battlefield under your control. So this is the creatures. When we do the one that brings all the enchantments back, this is one of the enchantments. When this comes back, it brings a creature back. So when the creature hits the board, it triggers a bunch of other stuff that goes on with it. I'm sure there's some shenanigans that can be had there. Bright Glass Gear Hulk could help, yes. However, he's an artifact. He's not an enchantment. So if the only 2 creatures I'm running, well, it would be 3 creatures then, right? It would be everybody that we'd have there. So that could cause some congestion in the hand. I was running the Wheel of Fortune card with this just to put stuff in the yard, but I opted for Space-Time Anomaly because it puts more cards in the yard than he does. He's limited to what's in your hand. STA isn't. So that's the reason I opted that way. That's actually a better play. What Roy said, Bright Glass Scarecrow. Yeah, absolutely it could, but it's an artifact. It's not an enchantment, and this only brings enchantments back. So there you go. So if you don't have the card Emeritus, then you would go with the other one. Maybe Bright Glass would be the one you go with. Furthermore, you want to cast your Paradigm cards as quickly as possible. Just because it doesn't have any benefit right now doesn't mean that when you do put another card on the board, that'll be ready for it. I gave him a 5 match. And he didn't take it. What a goofball. Right? So there you go. We will charge this up afterwards, though, just in case we get behind. Let's go here. Bloop, bloop. All right. And we're just waiting, trying to get into our first ability so we can go make our mana bonuses better. Library Lang Lang. And I don't think Lang is a good... I'm just playing it because I like the card. I don't think it's a good fit in this deck per se. Now let's go blue into green. And the reason I say that is because it really is for discard stuff. So I'm going to go try some shenanigans with the discard stuff. That's what we're going to build next is the discard stuff. I want to go play with that. STA, baby. That's what we want. STA. S to the motherfather A. Let's see. What do we got? What color? I guess we'll go green into blue. No more matches. There it goes. We casted it. We don't have any creatures. That's all right. Karn fetches Bright Glass Paradigm him for all your other enchantments and creatures. Oh, there you go. Okay, yeah. He could fetch him. You're right. Let me explain something. I'm not playing Karn for his abilities other than his mana ramp. Okay? I am just playing for his mana ramp. That's it. And the reason I'm saying that is because I'm not optimizing this yet. Thank you. Thank you, Roy. Thank you. This is just a first sketch. It's real rough around the edges. It needs to be improved. But it is a good start. It is a phenomenal start, and it does the thing. Right? There's STA. We're going to choose ourselves. Shoot myself in the face. All right. Now I got to get a creature out. I got to go find my boy. And that's the next thing. That's why assemble the players is so important, because it actually fetches your creatures out pretty quickly. I think I have one of the things on where it's got a... Cruel Claw could work too. Again, those are all your flavors. I'm not a big fan of Cruel Claw, honestly. I know he's good. I find there's other faster, cheaper, blah, blah, blahs to go after. That's kind of my focus. But again, that's playstyle preference. That does not mean that's accurate or not. Let's go... The Beastie Boys, the Beastie Boys. I guess we'll go here and see what we got. Just to kind of protect the red shields on that. Emperor of Bones, bro. Emperor of Bones. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that'll put the stuff out, right? He'd be good. He'd be real good. But that's black, and I'm going red, white, blue. So again, not saying there's a right or wrong way. I'm just here to inspire you guys to get ideas on how to build and what to build. Yeah? Hey, look at this. Look what this is doing. See how much fun I'm having with this, right? You guys can do better. You guys can do better. Let me do this. What are we going to do? No question mark. I got to get mana. I got to get this guy out. Let's go red. Okay, cool. There he is. Now I need a secondary creature because his ability only triggers when he's actually when he's attacking on his secondary turn. And I think this is broken. I might die here. He's powering up. She's not messing around. Note, when you face a monocolor, my playstyle is Annoy Gauze. Yeah, you play very well, sir. Whenever you're facing a monocolor deck, they're not messing around. They're coming with heat. Look at this. Look at what they're doing to my face hole. My goodness, take it easy. But here we go. Now we do this, right? Now we get that free creature. Boom. There he is. How are you doing? Let's go ahead and toss you. And you. We don't need all that business. Let's go. I guess we'll go here. Should be enough. Bam. Yes. Yes, queen. Get one of them off the board. Let me live. There we go. Yes. Yas. Wink. But he's not triggering his ability because you got to attack with 2 creatures. That's the downside to him. I mean, that's what I do. Bro, I see what I build and make your own and vice versa. Absolutely. Absolutely. You got to. All right. I should be at a point now where I'm starting to go, unless they wipe my board or kind of go against things, but we should be. We should be. Let's go here. We'll go there for now. I still haven't seen my assemble. I know I added it, right? Let's go draw a card. Gain some mana. What do we get? What do we pull? It's a Library of Lang Lang. That's all right. Let's go here. Let's go. We need a double drop. We need Doble mana. You guys see a 2? Okay, I see green into red. I see green into red. Bank, bank. Oh, I didn't make enough room in hand. Doof. Doof. Doggy. All right, there's Assemble. At least we got those two back out. Got that. Got that. Does it give me another one? Let's see. It won't. No, but I got Assemble now. But I think that's game. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. That's game. I lost. Yeah? Yeah, that's game. That's 30. No, there's no chance. All right, so I lose. All right. You see it? Unless they wipe the board, wipe their own creature, or do something like that. Right? No. I don't like that. Yeah, they're wiping my board, not their board. Oh, no, they took a bunch of their stuff out, too. All supports go away. But it doesn't kill their creatures. That's the thing I need them to kill. Nah, that's game. All right. I'm scooping. I'm scooping. I'm Scoopy. Whoop. Sorry, my bad. Pushed a button and it did a thing. All right. That does get shown, so we will not do that. All right, so there is this. And let's heal and go again. Grist this time. She's notorious for destroying my stuff. It's Greg we were talking about, so it's possible. I make a really annoying. It is. It is very possible and was starting to show signs of doing it, so it is what it is. All right, there's Echo Casting. There's Assemble. That's what we want out first. Let's go. All right, there's a 5-mat. Look, it feels bad. The game feels bad for making me take a pummeling so heavy. So it's like, all right, here. We'll give you a laydown win. Let's go. Let's play some defense on their colors. Let's go green into blue. No, but it's all right. We got Assemble out. And now I can demonstrate the thing I was talking about getting 6 spells per turn. Extra swap. Did I miss a 5 swap? Did I do that? Sabnap. All right, her I don't really worry about. There's that. Okay, so now I get the 3 cards. See, this is beginning of turn. 1, 2, 3. Space-time anomaly. That's fine. Oh, I love it, man. I love it. All right, we don't need that. We'll toss that. Tossa. We will do... Actually, we'll do STA first. Then that. We'll actually exile that creature in addition, and we'll ditch that. Are we up to our first? We are. Let's go ahead and draw a card. Get some easier mana gains. Rescue, Gif, Riff. Let's put that up there. And then we've got... red, white... I'm not seeing... I guess if I go... Here, I can get maybe a white drop and a red drop. Nope, nothing. That's okay. We still get rid of their creature. We shoot ourselves with some STA. We cast... What was the third spell? Restoration Seminar. So we get a Library of Lang, so that pops out. Okay. And what do we got next? Next is going to be a Django. Da-da-da. Now here's something in the way that Iganjo is I gotta learn how to pronounce this name correctly. Give me a second. Iganjo. Dynastorian. Iganjo. It's a cool picture. Look at that picture. That's dope. But they have a full art version of that too. So Iganjo, when they cast Replenish, if you read the words, when your second creature attacks, this creature becomes prepared. That does not read that the first creature has to attack. It's just that the second creature has to attack. Yes? What do we think? What do we think, chat? Right? So technically, it should do the things, even if that one doesn't attack, but that's not it. The first creature has to attack, then the second creature has to attack. There you go. All right, let's try to get this card out, though. Let's go blue, question mark, into green, question mark. There we go. So, note. No, it didn't happen this turn. So never mind. I was going to say we already did it this turn. We didn't. So at the beginning of the turn we didn't because he didn't get cast. So another strategy would be here to have no other creature except for Emeritus, and just bring Emeritus back from the yard every turn with whatchamacallit every single turn, right? So there's Emeritus. Now it's going to trigger again. Not going to happen though because we already did it. Iganjo is going to go out there. Second creature attacks. He triggers again because he's exiling cards from the graveyard, but he was the second. But the way it's worded, that should have triggered redress. It didn't. Right? Or replenish, rather. So now, Ancestral Recall. Now, this is the beginning of your turn. Now, here I get to demonstrate it. Okay? So this is the start of the turn. Assemble the players. Brought out Emeritus. So these are all triggering. And they're not casting. Ooh. Or are they? I haven't touched anything. So it's just triggering. Look at this. Look at this. All right, I got to get rid of this. Actually, is that true? Yeah, I do got to get rid of that. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's okay. Library Lang Lang. And I got to get rid of the skiff. All right, so that all triggered at the beginning of turn. So we got our 3 free. You see them right there in hand. Yes? Yes. You see. All right, let's go white into black. Yes, queen. All right, do they have anything on the board? They don't have anything on the board. I don't care. I'm just emptying my hand. I want my hand empty so that when Emeritus Ideation hits the board, EOI, Ancestral Recall triggers again, and you get 2 Ancestral Recalls per turn. With me? You get the picture? You laughing now? Woo! Hey, what's up, Alexi? How are you, buddy? So now I get another STA. Go fill the yard. Now, when Iganjo attacks and my second guy attacks, when Emeritus attacks, we should get all the things. Yes? Attack 1. Attack 2. He gets triggered. Ancestral Recall doesn't happen because we already did it this turn. Replenish happens, though. And now Ashling's got to go because it doesn't trigger properly, so I got to go replace that with something else. See, this is the way I brew. I'm constantly looking at like what makes an impact, what does a thing. Ashling's prerogative will do some conversion on the board, but it's not going to do anything else. So I got to figure out a different play here. All right. More assemble the players. Assemble the players doesn't do anything once it enters the board. It's just after the board's been entered, so at the start of the next turn. But there you go. And what we really want is the skiff to hit the board, because when the skiff comes into play, is that not an enchantment? It should be. When it enters the board, it should be bringing back creatures from the graveyard. But I am not seeing it. I'm only seeing assemble. Ashling. Yeah, maybe I already got them all beforehand. Another thing to do here is anything that's buffed by the total shield count on the board. Look at that. Look at how beefy that shield count is. Right? My gravy. Bring all the sabs out you want. I've got exile for you. It's coming this turn. There you go. How's that feel? You like that? Another Emeritus hits the board. I get 3. So I'm going to get 6 cards for free this turn. Library Lang. Echo Casting Symposium. I get another Echo Casting from my Paradigm. I get to touch my Emeritus. He hits the board again. Did I get another 3? Let's see if it all... No. See, that's proof of concept. That's proof of concept that he came back from the yard, hit the board, but in my pre-play turn, in my beginning of turn phase, I had already triggered that. It wouldn't trigger there, but I still should get the 3 cards that are coming out of this right now. Right now. This one won't, though, so we're going to have to do that one special. Actually, let's do it like this. What do I want to do here? I think we're good. Let's just go here. Blapped. Okay. Fine. Lang hits the board. Doesn't do anything on ETB. See, it feels like a waste. Like it's not ETBing. Now normally I would take Emeritus, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna take this guy, so we get that to hit the board and he's bigger. And we don't have trample. So these guys are gonna get stonewalled by there's hard light containment. So there we go. So those are the 3 cards. It's casting again. We're going to exile the creature, and we're going to GG. All right. So that is kind of the loose sketch of how that works. Any questions? You guys see how that works? You guys understand it now? Go build. Go do some things with it. All right? Go do some things. That's happening again, but it's not going to trigger again because it's still our main turn. And that's interesting. It doesn't happen during combat. What would be really interesting is if it was start of turn, your main phase, combat, and then end of turn. clearly the main turn and your combat phase are not two separate turn factors, which makes me think this is probably a bug. Okay? Make sense? You with me? You laughing now? You get the picture? So that is, it would be a lot cooler if it did the way I'm thinking of paper proper. So beginning phase, main phase, combat phase, and then end of phase. So then you could technically trigger 4 times for Ancestral Recall. And then not to mention on their turn, you could do it again as well. But alas, that's not the case. So there you go. Here's another look at the deck. I would most likely take out... I pushed too much of the buttons. I would most likely take out... Ashling. I'm going to take out Ashling. And... Rescue Skiff wasn't doing the thing. When the support enters the board, return the first creature or enchantment card from your graveyard to the battlefield under your control. Being comment on your turn, you may destroy this card if you do create. Yeah, so the station thing's not even a thing. I didn't see that triggering, so I'm going to have to continue. Oh, that's why, because it's an artifact spacecraft. It wasn't entering the board at all, so that shouldn't be in there. Why did I have that in there? Chat, why'd you let me do that? Oh, because it has the word enchantment. It's bringing them back, but it's not an enchantment itself. There you go. So I got to find 2 other enchantments I could throw in there that would work. There you go. That's how I would do. All right, we're going to just exile and confirm. I'm not a genius. I just go and play with stuff ad nauseum until I figure it out. That said, the next one I want to figure out, though, is the discards. Let's go look at the rest of the cards that are here. Boop. And let's go in here. I want to play with Nakatamun Lore Spinner. So this is the Wheel of Fortune card. At the end of your turn, if you cast 2 or more cards, this creature becomes prepared. So it does it every single turn. So we want to do anything keyword discard. Okay? So I'm going to take this off here and that there. See what else we have for discard. Ooh, we got a lot of stuff. All right, Rapturous Moment. Discard 3 cards, draw 2 cards, you gain 15 mana. We like that. We like that a lot. Converge, your opponent discards a card. For each card, converge mana. Nope. Discard the last card without mana from your hand. Repartee. Return. What is repartee? When you cast a spell card that targets a creature on the battlefield, all repartee effects can... Okay. Return the first creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield under your control. We like that. Let's try some of that. When this creature enters the battlefield, deal 5 damage opposing creature, and targeting creature gains discard 2 cards, draw a card. No. That is kind of cool. That's like a poor man's version of the other stuff we were doing there. Second, I would discard 4 cards, draw 4 cards. We like that. I'm just throwing them in. Discard all cards without mana from your hand. You draw cards equal to the number of cards discarded this way. For 10, that's not bad, though, right? Like, that's pretty good. Okay. Right. But the challenge I'm having, main, is that the skiff isn't being triggered by the replenish. It itself is not an enchantment. So it'll bring those other cards back, but it's not being triggered to be brought back in the first place. It has to be cast. So that's the trick there, is to have the enchantment in there. That's what I got to fix. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Let's see. Is first creature When this creature enters battlefield, discard a card, then draw a card. Nope, I don't need that. This for sure, Library of Lang. That's what we're leaning into, is the 5 times 10, so 50 mana, right? You move a card by your library, then get... Yep. We discard, so we want the 50 mana. Holy crap, that's 50 mana. Jeez Louise, Doc. If you discard a card, when you discard this creature gains lifelink until end of turn, then just leave a card. No. Nope. Not big enough. That's what. Burp, burp. When this support enters the board and at the beginning of your turn, draw 2 cards, then each card in your hand gains 3 mana. When this support enters the board and the beginning card, at the end of your turn, discard. Kind of dig that, but I don't know if we're gonna have enough room in here. All right, so the other thing we want to do is discard. We want to figure out, there's some cards that do this inside of this support-wise. Monument of Endurance. When you discard a card, create a gold token, then you draw a card and your opponent loses 3 life. I don't think that works. It's this one. When you cast a spell card, increase this card's level at the beginning of your turn. Nope, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. What is it, chat? What is it? Repurposing Bay, yes? When you discard a card, draw a card, then this support is destroyed. Fetch the first artifact card from your greatest mana cost in your library, and that card gains full mana. All right, good. Johnny's Last Stand. I don't know why I turned off. Let me try it again. It's not supposed to be working that way. Grass Tunnel Grinder. You know what I want to do? I want some grindage. All right. What else? Anything else? Is that it? And then is there a lock and load? Is always spicy, my friends. And we're going to get Wheel of Fortune all the time anyways. Is that it? All right, let's try that. Do we have any removal in here? Is there any removal? No, there isn't. I gotta have some removal, yeah. Discard, destroy. Final act. Destroy all cards in play. No. I don't want it to destroy my stuff. Deal 10 damage to your opponent's Planeswalker. Deal 7 damage to each opposing creature. Destroy all opposing land cards. Each player discards their hand and draws 4 cards. That's kind of cool. Exile all cards from target graveyard. Your opponent discards a card. No. This one, though, on the flip side, does all their stuff. Now it's destroy all gems. So this one could be destroy all opposing land cards. Each player discards their hand and draws 4 cards. Yeah, I mean, that can do a little removal shenanigans. Let's see if they've got anything here. Rush of Dread. Rush of Dread's probably the play, right? Discard a card and then draw 2 cards and just no. Destroy target opposing creature. If that card triggered, nope. Yeah, I think that's actually the play. All right, so we got a ditch. What splatter technique? Oh, I really want to play that, but I think we have to cut it. And I actually think Incendiary Command needs to go. Okay, there you go. Let's give it a shot, kids. Let's give it a shot. I've used Rescue. Okay, cool. Look at the deck. You guys want to see the deck? What are we building here? So the key concept here is between all of the discard stuff, we're really trying to get Lang out. And maybe we need to do, well, see, it's an artifact. It's not even a land. I was going to say we do something optimized getting the land out. What colors are we running to? I always go look at the, so I don't look at colors. I don't see colors. I just come up to the traffic light and I just look at everything that's in there. I say, hey, does this fit? And then I afterwards look at it. So I got red, black, red, green. So Sylvan Library, like that would be the one I might have to cut. So red, black, blue is kind of the main core of what this is. Red, black, blue. That's Bolas, right? Bolas 4. And we go from there. So I will play this as is, see if that Lang thing is good enough. Then I might change the color scheme. But then I'll come back and say, all right, that did work. It did not work. What do I need to do? And then I will adjust it so that I'm playing a deck or walker that fits that criterion better. So, all right, let's get going. I didn't see if Repurposing Bay was my biggest expensive one, but we're going to go Sylvan Library. Knowledge. All right, let's go. Can we do this? I don't want to do that. Sketch 'em sketchies. All right, I guess we'll go here. Oh, cool. That was all. I meant every step of that. Well, my Johnny deck still destroys Planar Chaos, so that's nice. That's good. That's good. All right, so at the end of your turn, you may discard the last 2 cards from your hand. If you don't, you lose 2 life. I'm going to discard some cards. I got no problems with it because we already have Repurposing Bay on board. You see that? Library Lang Repurposing Bay. Let's go. Destroyed. So what's the number 1 card that I drew? What's the full mana? Is it Repurposing Bay? Because I just drew another one. All right. It is. So here is what I intended, and I didn't purposefully do. Repurposing Bay, when it's destroyed on board, replenishes itself. It's the most expensive artifact in the deck. So I actually have to mute you down. Oh, that's not going to work with that. This guy's giving everything mana, and Brass Tunnel Grinder counts on you not having mana on certain cards, so we can discard them and draw. So that actually is counterproductive. Wah, wah, but that's okay. So are we going to discard it? Yeah, I guess we are. Yeah, yeah. There we go. Gotta go fetch my Lang. All right, there's that. We need that. Everything gains mana there. Is that Lang? Nope, that's Sylvan Library again. I guess we want to go here, get him out. Let's go white. Yeah, let's do it. Sorry, gotta do it. So, Hixus. Get out of here with your Hixuses. You Hixai. I'm not impressed. Nah, yeah. And I'm not getting mana. Why am I not getting mana? You made me discard my grinder, and I'm not gaining mana, and I don't like it. Let's go here. Blapped. Up to my first. Blapped. So I can get some more mana. Bonuses. Alright, that's working. Yep, let's ditch those two. There's lock and load. Lock and load! Alright. It's kind of all over the place. Let's see. Still looking for that Library Lang, though. I know it's in the deck. We've cycled through it, I think, twice already. Alright. Right. Let's ditch a card. Let's ditch... We don't need... Oh, we do like you, though. We're going to ditch you. We're going to do this. Is that Lang? Nope. It is a grinder. Oh, actually, we'll keep that there because we need that. We're going to go ahead and do... What? I guess we'll go green into blue. No, red, rather. All right. So that's enough. All right. That does the beefiness of that. It gives it a bigger booty. That comes out. Nothing else, though. All right. Well, let's do that. The defense on the creature is kind of irrelevant because it doesn't have vigilance. So what's the point? You got a bigger booty. Cool. You don't have any defense. You can't do anything with it. You can just sit in the corner and twerk, but it ain't gonna do anything for my defense. I'm still getting smacked in the face. So, hey, what's up, Nakatami Plot Tower? We're waiting on you, bud. So we got another one of these. I guess we'll actually go there instead. Do I have my first ability again? Wang, I do. All right, cool. Let's ditch. You're gonna go anyway, so might as well ditch you. Snap your picture. Is that Library Lang? No, again. Did I not put it in the deck? Did I take it out? Chat, did I miss something? How many times are we going to go through? I can't find the darn card. Shuffler's fine. Lock and load. Ditch all the things. All right. Cool. There it is. Bro, what is happening? All right, now we're Wheeling of Fortune. So the combo was working the way I thought it would, which is it discards the last card. It doesn't discard the card that's in at the top. So when you do gain mana with this, it doesn't ditch that card. Those cards up top are going to get full mana from the 50 at the end or wherever it is that you're doing the discard stuff. So excellent. And then at the end of my turn, it's going to say, and that's nice. There's the removal. The Wheel of Fortune. So we're gonna boop, do that, yank. And if we had more triggers for the Library of Lang, we'd be gaining that mana right now. Okay. I knew it was in there. I mean, good Lord, how many did we have to go through? People, chime in here. All right, cool. Now I've got power. I'm going to put you to the end. Look, I got 3 Library Langs in a row. Frick you, Mang. Come on, Mang. You do this to me, Mang. I don't like it, bro. Brochaim. All right, I'm gonna tell another funny story here about my dad. This one I really like. I had a roommate, uh, one of my best friends from high school. Man, I didn't get the deal. It's all right. And my dad comes in with my roommate sitting there watching Tu Wan Fu love Julie Newmar, right? It's got Patrick Swayze. It's got Patrick Swayze. It's got Wesley Snipes. It's got John Leguizamo, and they're all cross-dressing. If you don't know the movie, it's actually not a very good movie, but it's a good movie. I like the first part of it, and the end I think are good. But when they get to the Podunk Town, I'm not. It's just your typical early '90s movie, right? Whatever. However, my wife loved it. She was watching it with my roommate at the time. My dad comes in and he sits down and he sees the beautiful John Leguizamo and he starts kind of elbowing my roommate. He says, "Hey, it's pretty good looking, huh? Yeah, she's pretty good looking, huh?" And my friends, my roommate's like, "Yeah," thinking that he's in on the joke and knows what it is. Yeah. And then he looks at him and realizes, oh, he doesn't know. So as the movie progresses, my dad's sitting there like, oh yeah, and my roommate's saying, yeah, what do you think of that? He's like, oh man, she's real pretty. Oh my goodness, oh yeah. My dad was single then. And then it gets to a certain point in the movie where a wig gets snatched, and you can tell that it's a guy. And my dad just sits there and it's quiet for a little bit. After a couple another seconds of him grappling with the things, he stands up and escorts himself out of the room. So every time we see John Leguizamo or Tuan Fu, who love Julie Newmar, that's pretty good looking. Love that story. Tease my dad about it all the time. So, oh look, Dad, it's your girlfriend, John Leguizamo. I didn't know nothing about that, man. He's a very Mexican guy. Hilarious. Hilarious. All right, next. Let's see. So, this is taking a while. This is one of those things where, who is it that said this? It was, I think it was Main Loop that says this. There's a lot of faffing about doing the things here. It's actually doing the stuff as it's engaging, but it's not really impacting results to do damage against the opponent. Where the previous deck we played, you could see the end game in play. Here, it's just kind of getting this guy a little bit bigger, and it's not enough to win the game. And for me, the longer we delay in getting this done, the more danger that we put ourselves in for. Actually, I don't want to do that. What do we want to do? I'll do another Sylvan Library because I'm going to cast this. The more danger we're putting ourselves in at risk, and it can wind up doing damage to us. Yeah, I think it's hilarious. You know what though? We do have a 5 swap, so let's actually try to get something serious in here. Why so serious, guys? Because I like to win fast. All right, so that's a double. Kill their creature, doing damage. All right, that's about as far as that's gonna go, I think. And let's go here? Question mark. My daddy, bless his heart. Too funny. All right, so we're gonna ditch all the cards. I keep forgetting that I get the mana. I got to get used to, hey, putting the cards in position that the mana-wise are going to do that. Maybe I don't need as much discard stuff as I have in here. I need more impact cards. So I'll be replacing a few of those here shortly. Maybe even STA, throwing that in here somehow. Right? Something that gains bigger benefit from the discard. This guy's not big enough. Nakatman is good because of the stuff it does to put stuff in the yard. And it's a nice control build. I like the 50 mana, but we gotta do something like that's taking way too long. Like that for me is just like, hurry up already. Ugh. So I'm gonna get rid of that creature and throw something else in there. What else can we do discard wise, guys? What do you when a card is discarded, XYZ happens, and this is good, and we want to do that. I remember when I was playing the repartee because I wanted to actually do the I wanted to do the I wanted to bring the creatures from the yard, but it's not doing that. Am I not casting stuff properly? Do you feel you're being treated unfairly? I'm going to give one more version of this, and we're going to move on to the Planeswalkers. We'll get to the Planeswalkers here in just a second. Discard the last card without mana from your hand. Repartee, return the first creature card from your graveyard to your battlefield. Repartee is when you cast a spell that... Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I see what I'm doing. I'm not targeting my creatures. So I have a solution for that. I know which card I got to pull. I got to go pull out the card that we were playing in the last deck. That's the one. That's the one, buddy. So we don't need all of these, right? We do want that. We do want that, right? Okay. And da 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 da. Let's go here. Maybe I get a red drop. Hey, look at that. I got a 5 red drop too. Cool. Dink. Brass Tunnel Grinder gets ditched. 2, 3, 4, 50 mana. You gotta love it. 50 mana a turn. You gotta love that. That is, whoo, puppy. Yeah, lock and load is good with that because then you get the last 2 cards to get the full mana. So that works. That works real well. Repurposing Bay is the key to this. I'm going to ditch that card. That card's got to go. Yeah, that card's got to go. It doesn't serve a purpose. And then it's a good card though. I kind of dig it. I like the idea of gaining the mana after it's all said and done because it does. It gets you the mana, right? Got a pizza to pull out of the oven, so I'll catch you later. Shoot me a message in Discord when a spot opens in R1 or R2. Will do, buddy. Will do. All right, let's see here. We've got, I guess we're going to do that. Yes, actually, we could go get our Creator's Engine. Are we up to 7 mana now? I think we are, yes. Yeah, we're up to 7 mana. Okay, cool. Cool! All right, what do we got here? We don't need that. We definitely want to keep the... What's it in place? So let's go... Let's just go here and gain some life. I don't mind gaining some life. Right. All right. It's funny that when you discard with Grinder, it pulls from the top of your hand that has no mana. Whereas every other discard function does it at the bottom, the back of the hand. See like how that card's dropping from the back? Drop it like it's hot. Just a lot of stuff happening here. All right. Yeah, we'll ditch the last 2. Boop and boop. And that draws from the top. That's it. That discards from the top. That's interesting. Oh no, it didn't. It dropped the last card. I don't know. I gotta look again. All right, so there's that, and I think we're at game. Put you up top here. I'll put you up top too. And survey says just make us match and go, please. Win. That's enough already. Hector, Martin, and Luis. There's 2 of those guys. Cool. Bank. Schmack. How much? Oh, I didn't do any damage to him. I didn't get 4 of the triggers. Yeah, gaining mana and then not getting those cards to do that is kind of the alternate point of that. So we got to draw other stuff in another way. Keep our hand full. That's discarding from the back of the hand. It's another way to keep your card running too. All right, game. Okay, that took way too long. Boring. Bored. How many of you guys thought that's powerful? I'm over here like, oh, it's so boring. Hurry up, please. Blah. Taking too long. All right. Next. I want to make one adjustment to this deck. I want to play it one more time, and then we'll get to the Planeswalkers. We'll go level them up and take a look at them and see what you guys think of them. I haven't even looked at them yet. I know that one of them is supposed to be pretty outstanding, pretty bonkers good, but the other one I haven't looked at. The rest of them I haven't looked at any of them really. About midnight here now. Got to go to the sort in 6 hours, so I've got to better tuck myself in. Stream's going to be rewatchable, so I can see the rest tomorrow. Absolutely, you can, Frank. So enjoy it, man. Appreciate you spending the time with me here. Listen to my boring stories about me and my dad and all that stuff. I truly appreciate it, man. Good times. I figured it was work. All right, so we're taking you out, and we're gonna leave you. What's borrowed knowledge again? Discard all cards without mana from your hand. You draw that make it equal to the number of cards discarded this way. I mean, honestly, that card needs to come out. Sylvan Library. I think that comes out too. And we're going to add... no, my pleasure, man. We're going to add Echo Casting. We're going to add... what is it? Discard mana. We are looking for... Ooh, Ill-Timed Explosion's probably going to be pretty good in this, huh? And then Time Reversal. All right, let's try that. Let's try that. Let's do that. Try one more time. I want to see if this wins a little bit faster. It needs some more tweaking, though. But I think there's something there between Library of Lang. Hey, look at that. You get that right away, and then you get that right away. Nice. Nice. All right, let's go here. Excellent. Don't break my Lang. Come on, Rawl. What are you doing? Don't be a jerk. He's getting his Tokies out. Boy, you're casting all the Tokies, huh? You got haste? Nope, just beef it up. No haste. All right, let's go blue into blue. No 5 match. It's fine. Surprised he didn't take the blue match up there. All right, there's that. We want that for sure. We'll go blue. Get that out. That's triggered. It's funny. When it enters, I think there's a bug on these. When they enter the board, some of them don't trigger the way they're supposed to, and that's annoying me. At the end of your turn, no, see, prepare. So it's not prepared when it enters the board. It's only if you cast the 2 cards in that turn. So, let me do this. Do I want? Yeah, I want to cast that. So let's do this. Let's see. Are we up to our first? We are up to our first. Bink. Get that. We already have Library Lang, so Repurposing Bay is actually the next trigger card. That's really what we want. And I guess we'll go green, maybe a red drop. Nope. But, oh, okay, there it is. Great. There's Brass. Cool. Cool. Got it. Got-y. And now we're going to wield a hand. I like it. I don't know if you guys like it? Is that cool? I don't know. I think it's kind of cool, man. I think it's kind of cool, brava. You got 50 mana from that. I mean, I want them all. Give me the keys, yeah, baba. And it does all the damage to the creature. I like it. I like it. Oh my gosh, I like that. We like those. I got 3 full cards in hand. All right, what do we got here? All right, so we're going to do that. We're going to cast him first. We want to actually cast this. Yes, that's the way we want that. And do we have room in hand for one more card? Yes, we do. Take that Lang, put it on the field, in the exile, draw another card, get a better mana bonus. We like that. We like that. All right, so let's go. I guess we'll go red question mark? Yeah, I guess we'll go there. All right, cool, cool. Got it. Got-y. All right, so Form hits out. Echo Casting comes out. We're going to select Echo Caster again. Time Reversal. It's okay. Was there no creatures in the eggs in the yard? Is that why that didn't bring anything back? We're going to give that benefit of the doubt. Next turn, though, we will be doing that. Oh, and then repurposing bay got matched too, huh? They matched my repurposing bay. That's what the problem. My hand was full. It didn't trigger. All right, so we got to get that back out. My hand is full. So when I do cast that other card, it's not gonna have. I'm not gonna have any place to put it. Boo! Oh, come on, Raw. Why are you such a try hard? You don't need to try hard. This is just. This is just this. Just play something basic. I could select it, but then I don't get it in hand, which kind of stinks. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. We can go grinder. And to you, because that's when they destroyed. No, we still got you. I'll do that. All right, let's go. Let's go black and a blue. No red, but it's enough. All right. You like those? Yeah, let's do it. Boop, 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 boop. Ditch their hand. I find that card is a good defense against them if I cast it when they're strong. How many blues do we have out there? 5? 6. And what it does is it allows me to dump their hand in the yard so I don't have to worry about them doing any shenanigans. It keeps them from casting cards. All right, do I get repurposing bay out there? All right, I got room now in my hand for this. Great. Target that. That didn't work. Return the first creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield under your control. When you cast a spell, that doesn't count as casting. Hold up. Create a copy of target non-token creature you control. Paradigm. When this card is cast, perform its paradigm effect. Then this card gains a knowledge emblem and is exiled. At the beginning of your turn, if there's a spell with a paradigm and a knowledge emblem in your exile, its paradigm effect triggers. So it's not technically a casting. Boo! Hiss. Lame. So that creature is not worth it. How many we got here? Who's still here? Chime in if you're watching, buddies. I can't see the deal here. Close that. Close that. Chat. I know we've got that. Oop. There it is. Okay. I'll put this over here. No, what are you doing? Put this over here. And that way I can see that a little bit clearer. Okay. All right, that doesn't count as cast, so that creature's got to come out. He's just not good enough, frankly. I do need you guys out here though. What you all do. And when I cast that from hand, it should work, but boo. Boo, boo, boo. All right, let's go blue. Yeah, we'll go blue. Okay, got it out there. Got him out there. That's 10. All right, so I got to fiddle with this a bit more and see what other options I have that will work for it. What-a-dee, what-a-dee. All right, we'll get to the Planeswalkers next. Boo. That should count as a cast. Very disappointed. $15. I'm up to my first though again. Actually, I think I already have 7 mana, don't I? Or 7 plus. I'll check real quick. And then he doesn't have he doesn't have any vigilance or defense. It's kind of an awkward creature. But he is getting bigger. I'm telling you, this is such a chase card. Echo casting is such a chase card, guys. Oh my goodness. We'll wait on that. We will actually cast you next. Yeah, because you're only going to ditch stuff that doesn't have any mana. All right. So let's go to here. All right, so we're going to target him, and that should bring a creature back. It still didn't work. It didn't work. What the mole? I cast it. Are you going to tell me I don't have anything in the yard? Did he exile my yard? What am I doing wrong, chat? All right, let's see. Hold up. Let me see. Oh my gosh, come on. Do I have still some suggestions on here? All right, hold up. No, I got plenty of creatures in the yard, yes? Yeah, he's right there. Let me read him again. Maybe I'm reading him wrong. Return the first creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield under your control. When you cast a spell that targets a creature on the battlefield, that's crazy. It's not even your creatures. When you cast a spell card that targets a creature on the battlefield, period, all repertory effects on your cards trigger. Repartee? I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Is it bugged? Is it not working? Am I doing something wrong? I'll have to test. I'll continue to test that out next time. Wink, wink. Lock and load. All right, we're continuing to do that. And they're not getting mana. Why? Do my library of land get destroyed? I don't know. I'm not even paying attention anymore. It's GG. We're gonna win right down this turn, I hope. Ill-timed. I'm not gonna hit a spell, am I? Nope. Support, support, support. I gotta put more spells in there. There it is. Let's see. Does that one go? No. Nope. All right. There's 30. Rush of Dread. Drop more cards. No damage. All right. Well, let's discard stuff and we get to do the things. How many is that? It's up to 8, so that'll be good. This should fill up the hand, and then we should be able to win from there. I love that. I just got to figure it out. I got to smooth it out. It's got to be a little bit smoother. It's so slow, too. It just, the animations take so long. It's kind of annoying. It's not kind of annoying. It's very annoying. It'd be nice if it just... Not enough... Ah, come on, man. You're killing me, Smalls. I need something, too, that causes... All right, there we go. That should do it, yeah. Bink. Another one. Bink. And that's that. Okay. All right. Good Lord, that took a while. I really like it. I just can't get it to move fast enough. Does that make sense? I need it to be faster. Faster. All right. Let's go look at some walkers, shall we? I'll keep piddling with that one. But that first deck was much better. I got some chats in Discord going on. Has anyone used the button yet in the card screen? Does it get rid of standard card copies? Oh, Arg, if you're watching this, yeah, he's asking about the filters to remove all duplicates. It doesn't really do anything for you. All right, let's go look at some Planeswalker. Actually, let's go out of here. Let's go look at the Planeswalker. Mrs. Walker. All right, so first things first is we're going to look for the newbies. We've got 5 new Planeswalkers. I'll probably spotlight a couple here today. The first one is going to be Killian, Decisive Mentor. He's got a passive ability. He's got 2 colors. He's black and white. Focused Bolstering. At the beginning of your turn, beginning of your first turn, perform the following effect for each card beyond the second of each type in your library. Creature, increase your white mana bonus by 1. Spell, increase your black mana bonus by 1. Support, increase your maximum life by 8. Okay, so in this case, if you have, let me reread that. At the beginning of your first turn, perform the following effects for each card beyond the second of each type in your library. So if I have 2 creatures in my deck, I get a white mana bonus plus 1. If I have 2 spells in my deck, I get a black mana bonus plus 1. If I have 2 supports, beginning of your first turn for the following effects for each card beyond the second. Oh, I get an extra 8 life. Okay. Okay. So that means, what are my mana bonuses? He only has 2 loyalty. I don't like the 2 loyalty ability thing, man. I really don't like the 2 loyalty ability thing. I really, really don't like the 2 loyalty ability thing. It's why? Why are we only doing 2 loyalty abilities? It doesn't make any sense. I really don't like that. Thank you, WebCorp, for sponsoring the channel. I appreciate you guys giving me all of these Planeswalkers play. Now, complete transparency. I play with very few Planeswalkers. I play with ones I feel are strong and fun. What Discord channel are you reading from? I'm in the announcement game section inside of my Discord. I think these are. You think these are trash as anybody? I don't know. I haven't looked at them, so I'm gonna go look at it now. One of them caught my attention on their life total. I'm not sure if it's accurate, but I do not like these. I do not like these 2 loyalty abilities at all. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me at all. Man, come on. What you doing? All right, come on. All right, sorry. Took my finger off the button. There's 1 and 6. There's 2. At level 10? Level 10, you get your first abilities. Okay. It's normally, well, it's 16 because you have a third one. That's why I'm off. All right. So, listening to the battlefield until the end of turn. When an enchantment enters the battlefield, disable a random opposing creature until the end of your turn. This effect can trigger up to 1 times per turn. For 10 loyalty, that's lame. We're just going to keep going. It doesn't matter at these first levels. We're just going to keep going. All right. So, that's that. All right. There's 2. 1 times per turn. I'm sure that means something. There's 2. So at level 53, oh no, 26 rather, level 26, you get both abilities at level 2. Moving on. They still cost the same to cast. There's 3. 3. Okay. All right. So there's that at level 40. And moving on. Ah, I didn't move. I danced. I shouldn't have danced. Come on. All right, there's 4. Okay. So here's what's interesting with these setups. So you need to be level 56 to get your full abilities. The only reason you want to level all the rest of the way up is for the mana bonuses. And I'm seeing 2. You better give me 2 more for each one of these, because those suck, dude. What is the advantage of that? Oh, you can get +1 to white and black. Oh, cool. I don't care. He's got no negative bonuses, so Sunken Citadel is an auto add for him. All right, there's maxed out. That's lame, dude. That's lame. Sunken Citadel is going to give you +2 to each one of them, so and then if you start with a black and white one, you would have +3 plus. That's lame. That's really lame. All right. Listening to the battlefield, 10 loyalty didn't make it cost any less, so it's expensive. Until end of turn, when an enchantment enters the battlefield, disable a random opposing creature until end of turn. Then deal X damage to your opponent's planeswalker. X is equal to that creature's power. Till end of turn, not even till the beginning of your next turn. Just till the end of your turn, where they're not going to do anything anyways. Maybe they are going to block, like the Subparum Frog Goddess. That'll help with that. Maybe if there's not other creatures on the board that you're not going to hit. Doesn't mean until the end of turn, when an enchantment enters the battlefield, disable a random opposing creature until the end of turn. That's not disable a random opposing creature without disable until the end of turn. That it could be the same one multiple times and you keep missing the one you need. That's freaking lame. Set up Perfecto, 15 loyalty until the beginning of your next turn. When an opposing creature attacks, draw a card. That card gains full mana. Yeah, I have no interest in this guy at all. His life total is 91. You're gonna give him 99? Oh my god, this guy sucks. Wow, he's crap. Am I am I missing something, chat? I mean, good lord, that's friggin' awful, man. Why would anybody want that? Ugh. That hurts my belly. All right, let's look at the next one. All right, this is Professor Dellian Fel. All right. He's got 3 loyalty abilities. We like that. What is a Linne Vitae? It's a support card with 2 shields. It's a token. When you gain life, the opposing planeswalker loses that much life. This effect can trigger up to this card's shield value. At the end of each turn, the support loses 1 shield. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm sure they give you several by the time you're done with stuff. All right, so that's the way that creature guy looks in advance. He's black and green. So are you playing this over Grist? No, you're not playing this over Grist. Already has a +3 at level 1 for green. My goodness, what does he get up to? All right. Okie dokie. So there you go. Just going to worry about his abilities after we level him all the way up. $32, $30. Right, at level 30. 5/5. Those first 2 abilities are cheap. They're only 5. That's kind of interesting. Three, 40, 46, 47. Oh yeah, 46. Level 46. So level 46, we got all 3 abilities upped. Now he's got 3 of those. Linne Vitae. Eat your vitamins, brother. I just watched the documentary on Hulk Hogan, most of it anyways. Got as much through it as I could. Don't like watching the end where like he overstayed his welcome. I was a huge Hulkamaniac when I was a kid. Loved him. But it was what is it? Say your prayers, eat your vitamins. Work out, work yourself out, eat your vitamins, say your prayers. Something, but not necessarily in that order. Steroids is a vitamin. All right, so level 60. There we go. All right, so some people in the chat saying they like this guy. All right, let's give him a gander. I have not looked. I have not looked at him. All right, so discovery is about life. 5 loyalty, or 5 loyalty. Gain 8 life. If you have above 65 life, draw a card. If this is the first time you activated a loyalty ability this turn, you may activate your second ability, loyalty, this turn. Cool. That's cool. That's really cool. 5 loyalty for the second one. Discovery is about death. Destroy target creature. If you have below 65 life, lose 7 life. Otherwise, lose 15 life. If this is the first time you've activated a loyalty ability this turn, you may activate your first loyalty ability this turn. Destroy target creature. If you have below 65, lose 7, or 15 if you don't. So destroy target creature, lose 15 life. Yeah? For 5 loyalty, though, that's pretty good. And then if you're spamming your first, you're getting that loyalty back because they're not gonna keep spamming the board with creatures all the time. I kind of dig that. I'm assuming the Linnea whatevers don't stack, yes? Or they stack, I mean. When you gain life, the opposing planeswalker loses that much life. This effect can trigger up to this card's shield value. So if you got 4, that's 8. So you can do this 8 times a turn, and then it drops a shield when you hit your ultimate. Yeah, he's not bad. He's not bad. Please show this new deck for the clicky click. Many thanks for the cool stories. They're a little bit baiting us to dish money for maybe 2 good walkers out of 5. Lamo. Uh, yeah, I mean, listen, some people. I try not to yuck some people's yum, and some people's yum is getting all the cards that they possibly can from the set, right? Or all the walkers. That's part of what they like to do. I personally don't feel that way, but some people do. So I try not to bag on it too much, if that's their flavor. Cool. I like his mana gains. His mana bonus is +4 to green, +3 to black, +1 to white. Others don't cause. There's no negative downside to him. However, with Sunken Citadel or with the Lantern, you get to pump them up to 6s all across the board. I don't know, man. I think this guy might be fun to build around. He's still not Grist. Grist is absolutely the best black green you're ever gonna have. But I do dig him. I do dig him. Oh, the other thing you have to do too is you have to go buy your deal. Also mention that Main Loop is streaming his pack openings now. Oh, you know what? Let's do this. I'm gonna stop out of respect for Main. You guys go watch Main Loop because I actually gotta go pick up my kid anyway. It's that time of day. So you guys go for it. I'm gonna go level up the rest of these walkers. I'll give my reviews on them individually. But there you go. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you. One final story about my dad before he left. Speaking of Hulk Hogan, Hulk Hogan fought Andre the Giant, and when he was fighting Andre the Giant, he got a bear hug, and it put him to sleep. And they do this thing with the raising arm 1, 2, and if they raise it a third time, it's game over. But he kept his arm up the third time. Well, my stepmother, they were telling her she needed to sign the hospice order for my father. He wasn't responding. He was out of it. This was a few weeks ago, and it was an emotional time. She was sobbing. She was crying. It was the end of days, the end of time for my dad. And it was hard for her to accept that. My sister was there, consoling her. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. And just as she's signing, they like literally push the paper up to the pen that she's on. She finally signs it. She's bawling her eyes out. She's sobbing. And just as she finishes signing it, my dad raises his hand. And my sister's like, what the heck? So she goes over and looks at him, and he's got a tracheotomy. He can't swallow. He can't do anything, right? He's breathing on a respirator. My sister goes over to him, and she says, Dad? And he's sitting there with his eyes closed, his hand up, and he opens his eyes and looks at her, starts mouthing something. And she's like, what? And she'd gotten really good at reading his lips. And she says, you want a hamburger? He's like, yeah, I want a hamburger. And French fries? Yes, I want French fries. And coffee? And coffee, yes. So he's still got his hand, and she's like, you can't have that. And he puts his hand down and crosses his arms. He's all pissed off. So my stepmother is sitting there. Oh, no, I no sign. And my sister says it was like the end of Goonies, like, no firme. I no sign. Tear it. And she tears it up and rips it up before they agree to give all the rights away. And they go over and they spend some time with my dad. My dad's just peeved that he didn't get a hamburger and some coffee and some French fries. So they're telling me this, and all I kept imagining was Hulk raising his hand like against Andre the Giant, and he body slammed that thing. And these are the types of moments that my father would have that would make us feel hopeful that he would come out of this. Alas, he didn't. He struggled. He fought the good fight. And the only thing my dad wanted was a hamburger, fries, and some coffee. Alas, we were not able to get that to him. However, on his final reel of memories, and in loving memory, the final slide was him enjoying a hamburger with some coffee and French fries. So the picture was there for him. And my dad, love you. I know you're in a better place, and I hope you're getting all the hamburgers, fries, and coffees you can handle. So thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Very special stream for me, and go support Main Loop. Go find him on the YouTubes. I'll give a channel shout out to him here in just a second, and go tell him God sent you. All right. Thank you guys. I love you guys. Appreciate it. Have a good one till our next quest, my friends. Swords up, and fists up.